Your salvation is in Christ Jesus. Your redemption is in Christ. Your divine restoration has come, and your liberation is in Christ. I'm sure you must have heard these words a countless times. They have been preached over and over, declared over you, decreed over your week, your year, and your future. And they sound like hope. But before you accept what they are telling you these words mean, ask yourself a different question. What did these words mean before they were handed over to me this way? Because these are not naturally spiritual ways. They were taken, hijacked from a different vocabulary entirely, and refilled with a meaning that keeps you exactly where you are. So, let's take them back, one at a time, and hold them up against your actual life and their actual meaning. In its original sense, restoration means the return of what was taken from you. So ask yourself, what was actually taken from me? Your purchasing power was taken from you, your resources you are taking from you, your access to quality and affordable education, your access to quality and affordable food, your access to affordable healthcare, to public infrastructure, we are all taken from you. And here's the detail that should make you angry. The infrastructure that was taken from you was built with your own tax money, roads, power, water system, paid for by you and people like you, and then sold off, privatized, and handed to private and often foreign hands, and then resold back to you at a profit. You are taxed to fund what should be your rights, and that tax now flows outward, enriching foreign governments and institutions instead of building the community that paid for it. Does that sound familiar? It should. It is the same extraction that defined the slave era. Your labor, resources, harvested for someone else's benefit, while you are left without access to the very things you built. So, when you hear your restoration has come, ask restored by whom and restored how. Because the actual restoration you need is not a feeling in a Sunday service, it is the literal return of stolen public wealth into public hands. Liberation. Strip away the spiritual packaging and look at the original meaning. Freedom from captivity. So, look honestly at where you are. You are in political captivity, you are in economic captivity. For many of us, the only future we can picture is a future outside our own country, a visa, a flight, an escape. That is not liberation. This is the exact psychological position of a slave who only sees the future the moment they escape from the slave plantation. But think about how slavery actually ended. It did not end because the enslaved waited patiently for liberation to descend on them. It ended because they organized, they resisted, and in many places they fought violently and tore the plantation down from the inside. Liberation was never handed down, it was taken back together by people who recognized that they were in the same condition and acted as one. Your liberation works the same way. It is not in Christ Jesus, it is in your collective organizing, it is in the political action taken alongside the people standing next to you. Not a personal transaction between you and the heavens, but a project that has to be built with your neighbors, your co workers, and your fellow citizens. No one is freed from captivity alone. No one has ever been. Salvation. The original meaning is deliverance from danger. So, name the actual danger you live with. Bandits roam freely, kidnapping and killing, while the government does nothing to stop it. That is danger. Your future is being strangled by deliberate economic policy, debt, currency manipulation and collapse, structural sabotage. That is danger too. Salvation in its true sense means delivering yourself out of that danger, not waiting on it, not declaring it away, but actively removing yourself and your community from the hand of those producing that danger. So watch closely the next time you see your religious leader standing beside, smiling with, and sometimes endorsing the very politicians responsible for that danger. When you see that, understand what you are looking at. Salvation moving further away from you and not closer to you. And this is not new. During the slave trade, colonial powers didn't only use chains, they bought local rulers, paid off chiefs and intermediaries, and used them to keep the system of extraction running smoothly from the inside. Today, the method is the same, just modernized. Political power, buying loyalty, building parties and alliances, backed by foreign interests, and dressing betrayal up as governance. Sounds familiar? Redemption. The original meaning is to buy back, to reclaim what was lost, your freedom, bought back at a cost. Economic freedom has never for once been given away freely by those holding it. It has always had to be fought for, organized for, and taken back. So, when the question is where your redemption lies, the honest answer is not in Christ Jesus. It is in collective action, it is in resistance, it is in the price that a community is willing to pay together to reclaim what was taken from it. These words, restoration, liberation, salvation, redemption, were never meant to describe a private spiritual transaction between you and the sky. They were political, they were collective, they describe real people getting free from real chains through real organized struggle. Somewhere along the way, the revolutionary blood was drained out of these ways and they were handed back to you, hollow, comforting, declarable, repeatable every Sunday, and utterly harmless to those people actually keeping you captive. It is time to put the meaning back to where it belongs.